All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you take the $5 challenge. And make sure you share these videos because it's very important that you share these videos so that we can increase our exposure, so that more people can see the truth about what's going on in this country. Share them on Twitter. I wouldn't share them on Facebook because Facebook, I don't want you guys to get suspended for sharing these videos. So share them on Twitter. Twitter, you can just share anything over there. So get in the comment section and let's get into these KKK cops. So listen, look, the vast majority of these cops out here are good people. You have 17,985 police agencies. The majority of the cops are good people, regardless of race. That guy represents one police department. There are 17,984 others. So if you want to say his actions besmirch and denigrate the integrity of that police department as a whole, all 5,000 officers are bad because of what that guy did, then fine. But just don't make it seem like the other officers on the other 17,984 departments across this across this country, are bad because of what Mr. Reiser did.
Hey, show me. You gotta show me. You just set the kid down. You'll be all right, honey. It's okay. Relax. What? Huh? Show me something. What do you see you saw?
He said I just stole.
Get on, Steve, run to the toilet. Stop.
I didn't do it.
Stop.
I didn't stop it.
Would you stop? Back it up.
Okay.
Put the kid down.
Okay.
Put the kid down. Put George behind your back now. Put George behind your back. Stop. Turn around. Stop. Relax. Back it up. Put the kid down. Put the kid down. Put George behind your back now. Put George behind your back. Stop. Turn around. Stop. Relax. Turn over so I can cuff you. We're going to cuff you.
We know that what's been seen in this video is unsettling to some, and understand that the community may have some concerns, but also as a police department, we have a responsibility to investigate crimes, and I don't want to diminish what's occurred here, though. There is a point where pepper spray is utilized. The child was not pepper sprayed.
Okay, so the community is in an uproar. Up there in Rochester, there's been a lot going on. There was that 9-year-old girl who was pepper sprayed a few months ago by the white female officer after just behaving abhorrently for about an hour in the snow with pajamas on, after she threatened physical harm to other members of her family, and her mother was out there acting crazy. Just a terrible scene. Then you also had the guy, Daniel Prude, earlier in the last year, who was visiting from Chicago, got high off PCP, ran around naked. Cops came, they were called. He started spitting on him. They put a spit bag on his head. He, went into some kind of episode and died a week later in the hospital. So they destroyed a bunch of small businesses in Rochester and burned down a lot of the city. Now you have this woman who's obviously just trying to get some Pampers for her baby. She's obviously a junkie, a drug fiend, and she's just trying to get some Pampers for her baby. Where's the community? Can somebody let her hold $5? Can a couple of y'all? A box of Pampers is $40. We need 80 y'all to let her hold $5 so she can get some Pampers for her little baby. I'm not mad at this woman at all. She's just trying to get some Pampers for her baby or some food. She's obviously a drug addict. She's obviously strung out. She's got a little baby. And she's just trying to make it. However, stealing is legal. So she should have been slicker about it and not gotten caught. By getting caught, she put herself in direct crosshairs, direct conflict with the police of Rochester.
Steal from that store. Oh, come on. They said you stole. What'd you steal? What'd you take? Tell me who you took.
Oh, Rochester.
Tell me the truth.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, I don't have time for BS, so you better be quick with me.
Yeah,
okay, what's up?
Okay, so I walked in the store.
Right.
Right there. He said I picked up something.
Okay.
Now I cleared. If I picked up something.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you.
Yeah, show me. You gotta show me. You just set the kid down. You'll be all right, honey. It's okay. Relax.
What?
I'm just gonna show you something. What did he say you stole?
He said I just stole something out of that store. And I promise on God, I didn't steal nothing. There's like diapers, lights and stuff in the stuff. Nothing in this.
What did they say you stole?
He said I stole. I don't even know. He just said he was gonna call y'all.
All right. Control 57. Was there any description of what was taken here?
Negative, no description of item.
All right, Kev. Or if you're holding the air, you can release it.
Nothing, right?
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk with them and see. So I need you to hop in my car with your kid really quick, and we're gonna go check.
Sir.
Fine. You know what? Even better. Hold on. Watch this. I'm gonna have him check. Once he confirms you didn't steal, you're out of here. But you have to stay with me.
What?
Yep. Hey. We gotta run through Portland. She's run through Mojo's here. Hey, come here. Stop.
I didn't do.
Stop.
I did not do anything.
Hey, we're in the parking lot here. Would you stop backing up?
Hey, okay.
Put the kid down.
Hey, okay.
Put the kid down. Put your arms behind your back now. Put your arms behind your back. Stop. Turn around. Stop. Relax. Turn over so I can cuff you. We're gonna cuff you. You need to stop.
She's fine.
Would you stop? I have to cuff you. I have to cuff you.
I did not.
Are you gonna get on the ground? Get on the ground now. Stop! Stop grabbing your daughter! Stop! What are you doing, man? Let go. Oh my God! Stop! What's wrong with her? Okay, you're under arrest. Stop moving. Stop moving. You're under arrest. Stop resisting. Stop. Stop it! That chick just put up a fight. Holy smokes. Dude, shut the hell up and get out of here. You're not helping anything. Okay? How would if someone stole from you? Someone steals from you? And you call the police? She's talking.
Some Johnny-come-lately Negro shows up on the scene, as they always do, yelling at the cops, complaining. He don't know. This guy is not with this woman. This guy does not know what this woman's being arrested for. This guy does not know anything about the situation. He sees a black woman being arrested, screaming, her child being separated from her child at the Rochester border because she's stealing. So they took her child with her. They're not going to take her child down to central booking and then down to the jail with her. So she's being separated from her child. So her child is screaming. At no point was her child in any harm other than the harm that the mother put her in. Once the cops caught up with her after she ran, the child was taken. About 15 seconds later, the woman was pepper sprayed. The child screaming because she's being separated from her mother who committed a crime. She's being separated from her mother at the Rochester border. Okay? She's not going to be put into a cage. She's going to be given to, social services or another family member. But some Negro walks up, not knowing what's going on, yelling at the cops. And the cop said an interesting thing. He said, "What if she was stole from you and you called us? We would have responded." Because that's what happens. Someone steals from you, you call the cops come. You don't get to show up on the scene of an arrest you know nothing about yelling at cops. Well, actually you do. It happens every day in Blackistan. But this is the situation cops are dealing with in the community with the women. They're dealing with women in this situation. And if this is the type of interactions they're having with women, just imagine how it is with the men.
New tonight, Chicago's carjacking crisis is getting worse. Take a look at these numbers. Police telling us there have been 352 carjackings in the city so far this year, and only 62 arrests. And tonight we...
Okay, so a lot of you guys see that stat, 352 carjackings and only 62 arrests, and you look at the disparity and you think, that's bad, they're not arresting enough people. Well, what if I told you it was the same people doing this? They're getting locked up and they're getting out. They're teenagers, they're young people, they're getting arrested and they're getting out and they're doing it again. What if I told you that? So those 62 people could probably be, more than half of the people that are doing the carjackings in Chicago. Half of the suspects, because they arrest them and they let them out the same day. What if I told you that? In this racist country, black teens are robbing people at gunpoint, assaulting them and taking their vehicles, and going on joyrides, either taking them to chop shops or crashing them into lampposts, getting arrested and getting out the next day. How's that for your school to prison pipeline?
New tonight, Chicago's carjacking crisis is getting worse. Take a look at these numbers. Police telling us there have been 352 carjackings in the city so far this year, and only 62 arrests. And tonight we know a 14-year-old girl was behind at least 4 of those carjackings. CBS 2's Tara Molina spoke with an Uber driver who says she was targeted by the teenager. That 14-year-old girl, who we aren't identifying because of her age, is facing 4 felony charges for her involvement in carjackings. One of the victims, Carolyn Andrews.
One jumped behind me so fast that my head was like this.
It took a while to get here. Carolyn Andrews still can't get back in the driver's seat without thinking about it.
When I got back in the car, it's like I could just feel her hand around my neck.
The night she says she picked up 2 young girls while driving for Uber, only to end up in a chokehold.
It hurts.
Blood pouring from her nose.
Because I did have to go to the hospital.
Carolyn relies on oxygen and a special heart monitor 24/7. She says she had to beg the girls to give them to her before stranding her on the west side.
Yes, they passed it to me themselves. Well, you can see the back. It's one bullet hole right here.
Showing us the car they took off in now, damaged with a bullet hole in the back, but recovered and back in her spot. She says,
"Thank God that they spared my life."
One of the girls behind her carjacking saw a judge today, and we found Carolyn is not the 14-year-old's only victim. She's behind 3 other recent carjackings across Chicago, according to CPD. Facing 4 felony charges now. We learned that 14-year-old was already on electronic monitoring before her arrest.
Lock her up. That's what I want to see.
So while
You notice she's not complaining about the teens being arrested, teens being put in handcuffs. You know how they put handcuffs on a 14-year-old. That wasn't necessary. We marching today. We burning down small businesses. They put handcuffs on a 14. Why are they locking up our young people? Well, they're locking up your young people because they out here carjacking people.
We learned that 14-year-old was already on electronic monitoring before her arrest.
Lock her up. That's what I want to see.
So while Carolyn is back driving for Uber again because she says she can't afford not to,
I'm working from paycheck to paycheck.
she hopes the girl behind the anxious feeling she gets every time she does this is learning something the fourth time around.
It shouldn't come to no fourth victim.
That 14-year-old girl is still on electronic monitoring with a judge's orders to stay home. She's being monitored by a probation officer and has an educational advocate helping her with school. For CBS 2, I'm Tara Malone.
Look at that white lady face. Look at that white lady face when she says that. She's at home on the same damn ankle monitor she was on before. She went on this carjacking spree, and she's got a probation officer monitoring her, which means that she has to check in with her probation officer. Maybe she got a call like once a week or something like this, or go see her once a week or something like that. So many criminals in this big city like Chicago. The probation officers are overrun with cases. They don't have time to just zero in on one individual case. But yeah, she's got an educational advocate, because they're gonna frame this as she's the victim, and she may be a victim. She may be living in a rough neighborhood. Her parents may be drug addicts, or they may be, inept, or she just may be a bad seed. She may be a gang member. She may be a GD or a BD. We see that a lot there. A lot of girls, violent girls in cities like Chicago and all over. But this is what the cops are dealing with from the women in the community. This is what they deal with when they approach women in this community. And still, the majority of them are good. They're not like our friend, Mr. Reiser in Dallas. The majority of them are good.
These are the moments that you're looking at right there. That police reunited a toddler with his mother. That was just a few hours ago. Officers recovered him from a stolen car just moments before that one that smashed up right there. Police say they found that car and the child crashed along a street in Olney. Officers say that they caught the thief trying to walk away from the scene. But here's the good news. That boy was not hurt. Police say that this started when the boy's mother left the car running and also unattended.
After leaving that car unattended, a woman got inside and took off just before 12:30 a.m. A woman crashed the car, which sustained major front end damage and came to a rest on the sidewalk near the intersection of 5th Street and Somerville, less than a quarter mile away. So, yeah, Philadelphia, you leave your car running, the kid inside, a chick's gonna jump in there and speed off in your car and crash it with your kid inside, and then walk away. And then the racist cops gonna have to catch her and lock her up for what she just did. Get in the comment section, like, subscribe, donate. Peace. I'm out.